Hello ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, welcome back to our channel. Welcome to Fagiola Chuma 254. On this platform, we discuss different issues. We discuss politics, social and economic welfare of our society. We talk about different communities. We talk about different counties. We talk about our nation. Because everything we do, we are doing it for posterity. This is my contribution to my nation. I'm not a good dancer. I can't dance. I don't know how to dance. I don't know how to sing. I don't have a voice for singing. But at least I can talk. I can see something and give my cent, my 1 cent on it. So today I want to talk about the county of Siaya. It's the second time I'm talking about the county of Siaya. There was a video I did on terms and conditions that James Orengo is supposed to put forward in case he wants to work with William Ruto. Some things that if William Ruto could achieve in the remaining 1.5 years, then I wouldn't have a problem with Orengo working with William Ruto. You know, politics is about interest. Now, today I want us to talk economy, and I want us to talk about the economy of a small county called Siaya County. Siaya County is in the western part of Kenya, Nyanza province to be precise. It's the size of Siaya County is roughly 2,300 square kilometers. That's the size of Siaya County. Siaya County has one university, that's JUST, Jaramogi Odinga University of Science and Technology. There is Siaya National Polytechnic, and what else? There used to be a branch of More University in Game, Siaya, but I don't think if it's operational any longer. I'm not quite sure. I don't have that information. The economic activity of Siaya, of a bigger chunk of Siaya, not a bigger chunk, but one of the economic activities in Siaya should be fishing, because Siaya borders Lake Victoria on the Rarieda side, on the Bondo side, on the part of Alego Songa doesn't border, does it? I doubt if Alego Songa borders Lake Victoria, but I stand corrected. And you know, for a long time, Siaya County has been a place where when you hear of the name Siaya, it sounds like a big name, because yes, it's a big name. But when you get there, the name Siaya and what you get to experience in Siaya does not rhyme. And I'm saying it does not rhyme. It's not what it used to be before devolution. A lot of things have happened since devolution. But comparing the name of Siaya, bro, when you mention Siaya, you're talking of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. When you mention Siaya, you're talking of Raila Amolo Odinga. You're talking of PLO Lumumba. You're talking of Grace Ogot. You're talking of musicians like Calligraph Jones. You're talking of Octopizzo. You're talking of Musa Juma. You're talking of Prince Inda, Emma Jalamo, John Jr. You're talking of James Orengo, Siaya. You're talking of Jacoyo Midio. When you mention that name, and then you go to Siaya, especially the headquarters, there's always something missing. There's always something missing. And that which is missing that has been missing for the longest time. And no matter how many things are done in Siaya, there will be no change. The one thing that has been missing is the actual population of Siaya. I've not done my research to know exactly what the actual population of Siaya is, but Siaya experiences on an annual basis, migration from the county. People migrating from the county. And it starts from a young age. When a parent takes their kids to school in Siaya County, at the back of their minds, they're always like, okay, I'm taking my kid to kindergarten, asome hapa hivi. When they're done with kindergarten, they go to primary school. I'm really praying that my kid gets a school that is out of Siaya for high school. Done with high school, I'm praying that my kid goes to a university that is out of Siaya, be it in Kiambu, be it in Murang'a, be it in Nairobi, a little bit of Kisumu, because Kisumu only has Maseno that can be mentioned. It happens that way. And they finish school, get jobs out of Siaya. And that's why most of the time, if you go to Siaya right now, it's January. If you go to Siaya right now, it's scarcely populated, very scarcely populated. Last month, that town was a buzz, you know. It was full. So people keep moving out of Siaya, migrating for greener pastures. And this is something that has been done systematically by previous governments, failure by previous governments, and failure by previous representatives of the people of Siaya, all the sub-counties of Siaya. There has been a failure that led to, instead of people migrating from the peripheries of Siaya County, like Ugunja to Siaya Town, Ugenya to Siaya Town, Game, Siaya Town, Rarieda, Siaya Town, and Bondo to Siaya Town, and make that place have a population that can sustain business. People are always migrating from Siaya to other counties. Why am I talking about this? I'm talking about it because it's high time something was done to change that trajectory. And it's not like it's going to be done and everything will change all of a sudden. No. The same way we got ourselves into that, the whole of economic dwarfism, systematically, we got in there. We can do the same systematically and get out of that hole. It might take 15 years, it might take 20 years or 10 years, but at least if some effort is put towards achieving that goal, it can be done. What are some of the ways that can be used to make sure that there's that retention of the population of Siaya in Siaya, so that if somebody opens a business in Siaya, you're bound to succeed because there is a population to sustain it. Any business that you open, if somebody wants to have some good time, they think of, oh, Siaya has good hotels because we've got beaches in Bondo. There's supposed to be beaches in Rarieda along the lake, but that doesn't happen. So the first thing that is supposed to be done by the government of Siaya, county government of Siaya, because mostly this is not going to be done by the national government. This is something that is supposed to be done by the county government, done by James Orengo. Number one. And for this, I can talk of my own sub-county of Alego Songa. Having started doing something, the schools, the primary schools, the high schools, can we have good primary schools and good high schools? You know, if you've been eating your mama's food, you've been eating your mama's food all your life, you'll believe that your mama's food is the best food in the world, until that point when you're taken to another house and you eat food over there. And sometimes you're going to find yourself eating food over there and you refuse coming back to eat your mama's food. So can we inculcate the culture of eating our mama's food in terms of primary schools? Our kids study in Siaya County. In terms of secondary school, let it be there. Let it be there. That is the first thing that our kids get used to. Not that from that small age, that tender age, somebody's always thinking of, when am I going to get out of this hole? When am I going to get out of this problem? Let it start from the early childhood education, that we've got beautiful schools. We've got good schools. There's a school that is being constructed along Siaya Nyadorera highway, along the highway, close to Oloa Ringo's place. Can we have a replica of such kind of schools in Siaya County, not just in Alego Songa? Let's have them in Bondo, have them in Ugenya, have them everywhere, so that our kids grow up with the pride of, oh, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to learn. That's number one. The early childhood education. And when I talk of early childhood, I'm not talking of kindergarten, primary and high school. That's number one. Number two, another thing that can be done to improve, to retain the population of Siaya County within the county and attract more population to come there, is have higher institutions of learning in that county. Not just Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, not just the National Polytechnic. No. Kiambu has 10 universities. 10 universities that are in Kiambu. Don't talk about the colleges. 10. We've got one. And then you wonder why Kiambu has a larger population. Sio kwa sababu wanazaana sana. No. It's because they have facilities that attract people to Kiambu. Let's do the same for Siaya. Let's do the same for Siaya. And this is where being in good terms with the government of the day can sometimes help a county. James Orengo, can you find ways of increasing the number of higher institutions of learning in Siaya? Hata kama si yenye ni hiyo place like Jaramogi vile iko hivyo, we can get branches of those universities, so that if we have kids who are called to JKUAT, we have kids who are called to the Nairobi University, we have kids who are called to Moi, wanazipata pale without moving out, taking the population out of Siaya County, leaving people with sparsely populated areas where you cannot even do business and stuff. Have them in the county. Either ikuwe ni ya pale, like the National Polytechnic imebadilishwa ikakuwa university, that KMTC imekuwa properly facilitated, ina accommodate wanafunzi wengi. Pale FTC, pale hiyo nini ya Kombuli hiyo itolewe hapo hivyo, tuwekewe nini, hata kama ni, you get my point, right? That's how we're supposed to help the county of Siaya. And number 3, this now goes to the governor directly. Attract investors. Talk to investors, because Siaya haina a particular economic activity that you can specifically say this is for Siaya. If you go to Uasin Gishu County, you'll find them doing tea farming, doing maize farming, doing wheat farming. If you go to Mount Kenya, there are counties that are doing coffee farming. You go to Kericho, coffee farming. What can you say about Siaya? Boda. And there is no economy that is poorer than a boda economy. A poor economy. Si eti nadharau watu wa boda. No. But the amount of expansion that you can get from boda. Nah. And that is what is driving the economy of Siaya. Government institution, wako pale kidogo, nini. But the backbone ni boda economy. Cannot work. Haiwezi ikawaka. At least saizi, last time niliona there are some people of Somali origin wanajaribu kufanya biz pale. Biashara wanaleta, they're bringing goods from outside. But even them bado haiwanini vizuri. They are not performing as they should, because there is no population in Siaya. There isn't. So you can move Kombul prison, toa hapo hivyo, letea watu factory, iwekwe hapo hivyo. Factory yenye inaweza employ watu. You can talk to the national government, ilete universities within Siaya. Na isikuwe tu ni within Siaya town. Ndio ile tayari Bondo iko na moja. One can be in Ugenya. Ile yenye ilikuwa game irudi ifanye shughuli yenye ilikuwa inafanya. You get my point? Because let's face the reality. However many cows are in a place, haziwezi zikanunua vitu. Yeah? Haziwezi zikanunua vitu. It will not be considered as a place where if you go, you will develop faster because there are so many cows there. No. But where there are people, where population is high, development is bound to follow that place. And not development just from the government. No. If Orengo, I'm talking to James Orengo, I'm talking to the politicians in Siaya, I'm talking to those who's who of Siaya. If Siaya County has a population, a big population that is retained within Siaya County, brought by people who are going to the university, not living Siaya, but studying in Siaya, and other people coming from outside Siaya and adding into that population, brought by investors, having opened a company in Siaya County, and people are coming to look for jobs there. That population will have to be transported. Hiyo ni job mtakuwa mnakreatia watu. Not directly. Watu wanajikreatia wenyewe when that population is being transported. That population will have to be fed. We don't have farms zenye unaweza niambia within Siaya County, apart from the Dominion farm. We don't have farms where you can say we produce food that can be meant for commercial purposes. No. But at least kama niko Siaya and there's a big population in Siaya and I have ways of going to get food from Kitale, Trans Nzoia County, getting maize from there and bringing it to Siaya, that's business. And I will stay there. I will stay in Siaya doing my business, making my money. Most of the people who live here to go to other counties are not going for government jobs. Wanaenda kufanya kazi ndogo hizo kazi ndogo. That's what they're going to do. Retain the population within Siaya County so that instead of people going to do job ndogo huko nje, wazifanya hapo Siaya. So I've talked about people being transported, that's business. People being fed, that's business. people being housed. I construct my rentals, zitapata watu. People being entertained, zitapata watu. Huh? Go to somewhere like Eldoret. Go to somewhere like Eldoret. You'll find that those guys have, if there are things that hold the backbone of Eldoret economy, ni vitu ngapi? Two. The health sector, and the education sector. Ukienda Eldoret, hospitals, people are coming as far as from Uganda, from Siaya, from Kisumu, being referred to Moi Teaching and Referral. There is Eldoret Hospital. There is Memorial. There is Rial. There is St. Luke. There is Life Care. There is so many hospitals. People coming from outside wanakuja pale. Kuna mtu mwenye amekuja tu pale kuuza fruits na ametoka kaunti ingine. Talk of higher education, higher institutions of learning. Along Kisumu Eldoret Highway, Kenya Poly, there is Gaba. Move to the other side, you'll have University of Eldoret. Move to the other side, you'll have Moi University. They used to have the parallel institution in Roadblock. And that population, that is what Siaya is lacking. That Siaya, a town yenye Siaya Kababa, ikifika 7 biashara imeisha Siaya. Watu wamefunga. In fact, hautapata gari ya kwenda Kisumu. 8, wewe lala hapo penye huko bana, hautapata gari ama uende na Nduthi. A whole county, the ancestral home of Barack Obama, the ancestral home of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Raila Amolo Odinga. Siaya County, Mama Ida, James Orengo, Otiende Amolo, Sama Tandi, Opio Wandai, Ochieng. What's the name of the other guy? The one from Bondo. You need to find ways of retaining the population of Siaya within Siaya and make people be self-sufficient, not necessarily depending on kenye gava itatufanyia. At least do it once and for all, and then muache vitu zingine zifanyike. Watu wajijengee ma rentals zao, zitapata pesa. Mtu akue hata kazi ya taxi within Siaya town, kazi ya taxi. Taxi unataka kubeba nayo nani? Siaya. Fine, iko, lakini ni ngapi? Can you compare kazi ya taxi in Kakamega na kazi ya taxi in Siaya? What does Kakamega have that we don't have? So, this I'm talking for my home county, and I believe that there are things that kuna mbegu zenye county inaweza panda, the governor can plant, like the seeds of more higher institutions of learning to retain the population, to bring more people into Siaya. Alafu watu wajifanyie zao. Mtu mwenye anataka kuwauzia githeri, mtu mwenye anataka kuwauzia ndizi, wewe ni mtu unafanya fruit vending. I don't know what you think. If you come from Siaya County, it's high time we stop politicking without the aim of development. Let's politic tujiendeleze. Na kupolitic kujiendeleza ni we must ask ourselves, how come Siaya should not be a graveyard penye watu wanaenda kuzikwa. It should be somewhere where people are proud of living in. It's not like our climate is that bad. But kama hatuwezi tukafanya farming, if we can't do farming, if we can't do farming to make money, we can as well have universities, 2, 3, 4 universities within Siaya County, and make money serving those people, providing services to the people who are in those universities. We can make money by working in factories that were brought in by the local government. Lakini utapata the local government is doing everything to frustrate zile kampuni zenye ziko wanahama. When those companies move, when they move, the people move. When the people move, hata ustahili kuambiwa vitu more. But the people of Siaya, the leadership, from the governor, Mama Ida, the MPs, the senator, youth leader, do something about that. Make Siaya great. Let it be what its name says. Isikue mtu anaenda Siaya, anafika Siaya, anaulizia na kwani bado hatufiki. That's my 1 cent. Have a good time.